Okay guys, if you just go in the centre circle where you can watch on both sides of the screen, so if you go in the centre circle, you can watch on both sides. You can take it easy a little bit, relax. It's on both sides, yeah, nice and comfortable. There we go guys.
Match day, 10 minutes to kick off, the Etihad Stadium, home of the citizens, a global club. But of course it wasn't always like this. At Manchester City we never forget our humble beginning, and we remember the work, commitment and belief that has brought us to where we are today. At the end of the 19th century, Manchester was the industrial heartland of the United Kingdom. The parishioners of St Mark's Church, inspired by the work of the Connell family, believed that forming a football club would do something to alleviate conditions within their local community. As the team developed, success on the pitch quickly followed, and in 1887, under the name of Ardwick AFC, the club turned professional, moving to their first permanent home, Hyde Road. 7 years later, in 1894, led by Joshua Parlby, the members of Ardwick AFC came together to establish a new club. This was to be a club for the people of Manchester. After 10 years, the team won their first trophy, the 1904 FA Cup, and returned home to a parade through the city, the likes of which had never been seen before. The anticipation and excitement was palpable. The streets were filled with thousands of people, young and old, from every background, all of them there together to catch a glimpse of their heroes. The citizens had arrived. In 1923, Manchester City moved to a new stadium at Main Road. It would prove to be a catalyst of future success. Regularly challenging for league and cup titles and playing in front of record crowds, loyal support from fans helped to propel the team to victory in the 1934 FA Cup. And 3 years later, in 1937, the club secured their first league championship win. The Second World War and its immediate aftermath were testing times for Mancunians. Manchester City welcomed former German paratrooper and prisoner of war Bert Trautmann to the club. Bert became a major hero in post-war Manchester, demonstrating a desire to build bridges.
It's the Cup Final, the greatest match of them all. Manchester kick-off. Trautmann's down, he's injured, but the crowd can see his neck is hurting badly. Trautmann's game as ever, injured or not, he's determined to pull his weight.
But over the next 10 years, Manchester City struggled on the pitch. With the arrival of Joe Mercer in July 1965, Manchester City would embark on a period of unprecedented success. In 1968, the club were crowned league champions again, and followed this with 2 further domestic trophies in the FA Cup and League Cup. During this time, under the management of Joe Mercer and assistant Malcolm Allison, the club also secured its first European trophy, the Cup Winners' Cup. Manchester City continued to compete in league and cup competitions throughout the 1970s, but as the club moved into the next decade, it fell on harder times, suffering a shock relegation in 1983. Support from the club's fans didn't waver. They continued to be as passionate as they had always been. Young local players were developed within the club's youth system. City in the community, the club's foundation, was launched, and shortly after this a new women's team was established. All of this, and a yellow banana craze that swept through the stadium, demonstrated the unwavering spirit of the club and its fans.
Manchester City find themselves facing the worst day in their history.
Towards the end of the 90s, the club reached its lowest point.
Manchester City are going down.
Well, this club, just like this city, is built upon resilience. With disappointment would come regeneration and desire. In 2002, people came to Manchester from across the world for the Commonwealth Games, a chance for the city to shine and rediscover the pulse that made it great. The city was changing, new developments, new industries were fueling regeneration. Manchester was back, and it was quite a show. After 80 years, it was time to say farewell to Main Road and move to a new home that would go on to become known as the Etihad Stadium, a moment to reflect on a lifetime in football. The seeds of change had been planted, and in 2008, new investment came to the club. Abu Dhabi United Group saw in us a partner. After 44 years, we witnessed a moment in history, the likes of which we may never see again. Following their relaunch in 2014, success for our women's team quickly followed with victory in the FA WSL Continental Cup. The path we had travelled, our heart and soul. Together we build for the future, for the players, for the fans, and for the community.
Okay guys, you enjoy that? You enjoyed the tour? You've been a great group to take round to help. You enjoyed all these real special, especially obviously the chairman's seat, which was a fantastic sort of special surprise today. Really. If you enjoyed the tour, my name is Steve, my current name is George. If you've not enjoyed the tour, just say it's Phil and Gary Neville from Manchester United. Okay guys, listen, thanks for coming guys.
Cheers guys, thank you.
Thanks very much.